today I am on beautiful Mount Lemmon in Tucson, Arizona, and I decided to do a little bit of yoga out here in nature because it's just so gorgeous today. So go ahead and unroll your mats, take a nice, comfortable, easy seat, and we're going to just do a nice, gentle, working some kinks out first thing in the morning, great kind of flow, or in the middle of the day when you just feel like you need to get a little bit of movement in. So go ahead and take an easy seat, crisscross applesauce. You palms face down on your knees, eyes closed, and start to connect with your breath. Deep inhales through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. As you're sitting here connecting with your breath, start to think about lengthening up nice and tall, reaching the crown of your head up to the sky, softening your tailbone so you're not puffing out and you're not rounding back, but you're sitting nice and tall, rolling your shoulders back. Chin is parallel with the ground. Continuing to connect with your breath. And on an inhale, I want you to reach your arms up overhead. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them. And you're going to stretch over to the left side. Lengthening through your right side body. Inhale back up. Exhale to the right side. Lengthening through that left side body. Inhale back up. Exhale your hands down. And then go ahead and go into a tabletop position. Getting ready for some cat-cows. So knees directly below your hips. Hands directly, wrists directly below your shoulders. Gripping the mat with your fingers. Engaging your belly. Shoulders back and down. And on an inhale, you're going to soften your tailbone up to the sky. And look up to the sky with your eyes, broadening through your collarbones into cow pose, and then exhale, rounding through your spine, pushing the floor away, softening that tailbone, tucking your chin into your chest, into a cat. Inhale, cow. Make sure your core is still engaged here. Exhale, cat. A few more on your own breath, inhaling a cow, exhaling a cat. And back to neutral tabletop. Core is still engaged. We are going to do thread the needle. So what I want you to do is I really want you to root down through that left palm, and you're going to inhale your right hand high, and you're going to exhale it through, and you're going to bring that shoulder so that it is down by your hand, palm to the sky, and you can stay here. Make sure that your knees are rooted down. You don't want your hip to come over to the side. You want your hips to stay right where they were, and you can keep your palm here, your hand here. You can extend overhead to get a side body stretch. Oh, I feel that in my shoulder. Or if you want a little bit more of a bind, you can take a half bind. So palm facing the sky, bring your hand behind your back, and try to bring your hand into that right hip crease. Keeping those hips back. Breathing here. Bring your palm back down where it was. Push through your hand, engage your core, lift back up, and back up. Oh, feel that twist. And we're going to do it on the other side. So again, inhale your arm up to the sky, and then you're going to just thread your hand through and bring your shoulder down to your opposite wrist. Palm to the sky. And when you're in this, you don't want to and come back to tabletop. Good. Getting all these pine needles on my mat and on my shirt. Okay, so from here, we're going to untuck our toes. We're going to really grip the mat with our fingers, and then from our tailbone, we're just going to lift. So engage that belly, and you're going to lift from your midsection. You're going to lift up to the sky into a downward facing dog. And here I want you to just kind of pedal out your feet, looking towards your knees or your belly button. Pedal out your feet, get a little bit of movement, maybe wiggle your hips a bit. Just feel some movement. Do not be moving in your upper body though. Really root through those hands, engaging those upper back muscles. Okay, a little bit more, and then just find some stillness. So if you're up here, if you need to bend your knees, wherever you are, just find some stillness in your down dog. And take some nice deep breaths. Now I want you to bring your feet to touch, and you're going to lift your left leg up. You're going to do some ankle rolls. One way, ankle rolls the other way. Good. And then you're going to bend your knee. So bring your knees together to touch. Pretend you have a paintbrush on the bottom of your knee and just do some nice hip circles, like you're drawing a circle all around up to the ceiling. Keeping that knee bent. And go the other way. Good. Extend your leg back up. And then we're going to bring that foot to the front of our mat. So look between your hands. Bring your knee into your chest. Go into a high plank and put your foot down. Or if your foot comes here, use your hand and bring it up in between your hands. Good. And then from here, we're going to just drop our back knee. So we're in a low lunge. So we're still nice and tall. Fingertips are on the ground or on your knee. And we're just going to stretch here. So your hips are pointed forward. You're not going into warrior two. This is like warrior one position. So hips are forward, softening your tailbone down. So you take that arch out of your low back. And just breathe here. Good. Now I want you to bring your right hand down next to your foot. Lift up off your back toes. Lengthen through your spine and spin your body over. You're going to twist. So you need to kind of just grab your ribs and pull yourself open. Your hips are still in the same place. I don't want them moving. You want them in the same position. Lifting up tall. Good, and then go ahead and bring your hands back down. Drop your back knee. Untuck your back toes. And just sit in this lunge for a little bit more. Maybe find a little bit of movement where you move forward and back, opening up that hip. Good, now we're going to tuck and come up into a crescent. Blade your back foot down so it's parallel with the back of your mat. Open your palms into a warrior two. From this warrior two, we're going to go into a peaceful warrior. So my bottom body stays the same. I'm just going to stretch through my upper body. My hand can be on my hip. Here. Strong through my legs. Back up. And we're going to push that front hip back a little bit and come into that side angle pose. Reaching your arm up straight or overhead. Keeping the ribs knit and core engaged. Good. And then spin down, hands down. And you're going to step your back foot up to your knees, your front foot, and go into a forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold again. You can grab opposite elbow and just kind of ragdoll here. So if you want to bring your hips, their feet out a little bit wider. Belly engaged and stand into mountain. All right, we're going to take a sun salutation. So standing tall in mountain, extend up. Halfway lift. got a paintbrush again. You're drawing circles. Okay, now go the other way. Now from here, we're going to go into that low lunge. So bring your knee into your chest, into a high plank, and bring your foot up between your hands. And drop that back knee. You can stay here in this low lunge here, or you can bring your hands to your knee. Then from here, you're going to place your left palm down by your foot. Untuck your back toes, and we're going to spin open to a twist. Good. Come back down, drop your knee, untuck your back toes, and go back into that lunge. Just find a little bit of movement. Softening your tailbone and your glutes. Just finding some space in those hips. Good. Then we're going to untuck our back toes, and we're going to stand into that crescent. Spin our back foot parallel to the back of our mat. Open our arms out. Make sure that your knee is going out towards your pinky toe. Strong warrior two. From warrior two, we're going to extend from our front arm, extending that side body, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two. Bring that front hip back a bit. Reach forward, side angle, arm up to the sky or over your head. Good. Now you're going to bring your feet down, hands down, and step your foot back up. The other one. We're going to go into a forward fold. Lift halfway. Now we're going to go into that forward fold again. Feet a little bit wider. So my feet are a bit wider. Grabbing opposite elbow, and I'm just swaying. Good. Now, what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you step back to plank and slowly lower down chaturanga. Hold it for a second, and then lower all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Bring your hands directly below your shoulders. You're going to really engage your core. Try to engage your low back muscles. Softening through your tailbone so you don't collapse into your low back. Shoulders are down. And on an inhale, exhale. On an inhale, we're going to lift up into cobra. So, just gently pushing up, cobra, and release. Do that again. Inhale, cobra. So I could float my hands here. So I'm really using my back muscles and engaging my core, and release. Now I'm going to bring my shoulders directly below, or my elbows directly below my shoulders, palms down flat on the ground, and then I'm just going to kind of pull my chest through my elbows there. Do you see how I kind of did that? This is Sphinx pose, and this is going to help open up that collarbone space. My chin is parallel to the ground, and I'm looking straight ahead. My core is still engaged. Glutes are soft, tailbone is soft, toes are untucked. Looks easy, but do you feel it? And go ahead and come down. Good. We're going to do a little bit more low back. So we're going to do locust. I want you to bring your hands palm up by your side. Head is resting down. And what we're going to do is on an exhale, we're going to lift our upper body. So exhale. Oh, sorry. On an inhale, lift up. So like what we did with Cobra. But we're lifting up, our shoulders are back, our hands are down. Still breathing, and lower. We're going to do that again. Ready? On an inhale. Exhale. Engage your core and lift up. Chin is still parallel heel to the ground. Good. Release. We're going to try to do a full locust. So I want you to bring your palms to your low back. Clasp your hands together, palms to touch. And first we'll do half locust. So again, on an inhale, you're going to lift and you're going to straighten your elbows without puffing your chest. So your ribs are still knit, your core is engaged. Are you ready? Exhale. Inhale, lift up. And if this is good and this feels challenging, stay here. If you want to try and challenge yourself a little bit more, you can lift your feet. Breathing. And release. Good job, guys. Okay, bring your hands right below your shoulders and untuck your toes. We're going to push up into an up dog or a cobra, whichever of your choice. So push up dog, untuck your toes, and come to down dog. From here, we're going to lift our right leg up, bend your knee, and you're going to bring your right knee to right behind your wrist. Your foot can be here, or you can try and bring it parallel. This is very difficult if you don't have open hips. I can't get my leg parallel because I don't have that hip mobility yet. So you can bring your foot, make sure your foot is flexed. It's going to protect your knee. And I don't want you to open onto your hip. I want you to stay on top of it, okay? You're going to feel that stretch a bit more if you're on top of it. My spine is still nice and tall. And my hands are just holding me there. I'm not putting any pressure on them, but they're just kind of holding me in place. Breathing into this pigeon pose. It's intense. Breathe into it. Your breathing helps your body know that it is safe and it can relax. If you hold your breath, your body's going to tighten up and you're not going to feel the benefits of the stretch. So breathe. You do nothing else today. Just breathe. Okay, now I'm going to have you kind of just drop your body so you're now sitting on that hip. Bring that back leg to the front and you're going to cross it over your knee. So I am now like this. All right, and then we're going to take opposite elbow across the knee, sitting up tall and twist. Oh, you should be feeling that in that hip. And come back to center. Uncross your legs. We're at the front of our mat. And I want you to take your feet to the edges of your mat. So toes are pointed out a bit. So they're at about a 45-degree angle pointed out. So my heels are in. Heels are in a bit, toes are out, okay? And this is called a yogi squat. So if you are here, this is good. If you can't bring your feet, your heels flat, that's fine. Wherever you can, honor your body where you are. I am still up tall. And we are in this yogi squat. Bring your hands to heart center into prayer hands and use your elbows to push your knees out a bit more, okay? That's going to really open up those hips. And you can sit here, you can sway a little bit, move a bit, get some movement. Good. Okay, now we're going to put our hands down on the ground and you can hop or step back into plank and push back to down dog. Now lift your left leg high. And you're going to bring that left knee behind the left wrist and your foot over to opposite wrist. And you're going to drop your back knee, untuck your toes, and we're sitting here in pigeon again. Softening your tailbone, breathing into that discomfort. Don't drop into that side, don't get that stretch that you want. You want to stay up so your hips are square and parallel. Some people like to come down onto their elbows. You can come here, you can stay on your hands, you can sleep your pigeon. If you want even more, you can drape your whole body over your legs. I'm going to stay right here. Okay? 2 more breaths. Now I want you to sit on that hand. Tuck your back toes, bring them around. twist again. So sitting up nice and tall, reach your arm up, take opposite elbow to opposite knee, and good. Go ahead and untwist. Come to the top of your mat. We're going to do one more sun salutation. So standing tall in mountain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms down by your feet and hop or jump or step. I'm going to hop. Down into chaturanga. Hold it. Untuck your toes. Cobra, up dog. Curl your toes back under. Push back, down dog. Bend your knees, bring them wide. Back toes touch. Push back, child's pose. Rest your forehead on your mat and extend your arms out long. Breathing. Bring your hands towards your body, walk your hands up, and then just come back to an easy seat. Go ahead and close your eyes. Sitting up tall, palms face down or face up if you'd like to surrender. Inhale, exhale. Take your hands down by your side and inhale your arms up. Bring your palms to touch. Bring them down so that your thumbs are right between your eyebrows. Remember to think good thoughts. Bring your thumbs, your fingertips to your lips. Remember to speak life. And bring your hands to heart center. Remembering to be kind. Thanks for practicing with me today, guys.